Greetings, humans. I'm Andrei, and this is Couscous. And we are once again here with Aliki for track 3 off of 8 Lies Down new album Fates. And now we will be checking out Fishbones, which I will once again assume is not actually about fish. But we have yet to see. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You're not gonna humor me, are you?
No.
Okay, here we go. What is...
It happened.
That was my previous Zoom meeting finishing converting. Okay. Fishbones. Now we're clearly not ready. What the hell, Aliki?
Consumer beat, liar, liar. Claim that you give a damn, hypocritic ties. Stop the greedy wound. Mary, liar. Hypocritic ties. Adam, liar. What?
Okay. First thing I notice, you're developing a habit of making track 3 of an Eight Lives Down album have really weird vocals.
Oh, yeah. It's true.
It's not intentional, is it?
No.
Okay. First thing I'm wondering, what on earth does the title have to do with the pretty obvious anti-religious lyrical content?
Okay, so the the phrase Jesus Christ, Son of God crucified, which in Greek is Isus Christosios Theou Stavrothenda, which letter by letter in its initials spells the word fish, which is why very often if you look at like in various denominations of Christianity in the US and Germany especially, for some reason they use the symbol of a fish to indicate that they're Christian and they believe. So we were like, Fishbones, like it's dead and stripped to its core.
All Christians left the chat.
I know. And also I was like, but how can, because I got Marcin to name this song. Because I was like, I have dog's breakfast. I want another animal. I want it to be a fish, but I don't want to just call the song Fish. And he was like, we'll do Fishbones. It's going to be fine. I'm like, okay. So yeah.
Okay. Second thing. I'm trying to figure out whether this was just in my head or influenced by our past, by the past song by Dog's Breakfast, or if it's actually intentional. But while you say Judas, that riff sounds pretty Judas Priest.
I mean, I love Judas Priest.
So it's intentional to call them out while sounding like them.
No, it's a coincidence of sorts.
It's a coincidence that you noticed and then decided to keep. I love it. It's a beautiful coincidence. Okay, let's start digging into this. Yeah. Adam, think you're the only one. Hail the word of God. Judas, regular little man. Praise das Kapital. I am crap with my languages. I assume that's German, but what is das Kapital?
Marx. Marxist theory.
I don't know Marxist theory.
He's like, what happened? Why did we go from religion to Marxism in a sentence?
Actually, yeah, why did we?
So, okay, well. Let's get nerdy for a second. So you've got Marx, he comes up with a theory as a response to a shitty social environment where he's like, oh my God, something needs to change, this is crap. And he writes the Communist Manifesto, stating clearly at the beginning, just so you know, this is not the final version of this. This isn't even thought through properly. It's just the idea needs to be published and made available. And then I hope to have enough time to flesh it out. So you have that. Communism is broadly and vaguely concerned massively about distribution of wealth, because it is concerned about systems of power.
Yes.
Within Christianity, Judas is kind of used as an archetype of what humans will do for money and what they're willing to do for money. In most people's imagination, Judas is a negative character who makes relatively bad choices, and Marxism and communism stand in direct opposition to capitalism. which doesn't make any sense, because if you think of Marxism and communism as being the opposite of capitalism, you fundamentally don't understand communism, and you also don't understand capitalism either, because Marx wrote a response to capitalism. Like, it's a commentary on it, but it still exists within the same vein and the same broad system. It's suggesting a change to the system, but it's not saying anything as radical as people tend to think it does. So you can absolutely have behaviors that are in the archetypal category of greed or whatever, in all categories of political systems.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything, communism was an incredible festering ground in Russia for people to behave in that kind of way and to take advantage of others financially. Yay! So it's basically just human beings, human archetypes, and systems that enable them to behave the way that they behave.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it too much.
I am getting a little, I don't know if triggered or confused.
Mm.
I am not a fan of communism.
Yeah, me neither.
Mostly due to its history and how it was played out. And
Yeah.
I am not a fan of Marx.
Yeah.
Do you believe that the problem is the concept more or the implementation more? Like, do you believe in the idea that communism done right would work?
I don't think any system done right would work. Systems are too complicated and humans are too complicated. There are too many parameters. Every system will have loopholes and be exploited by some.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Different, you're different. That's what you tell yourself, so you can sleep at night. Different and different. That's what I can tell myself. That's why I tell myself, so I can sleep at night. I would say pretty straightforward. I don't think I need to ask you questions about this. We all do it more than we like to admit, myself included.
Of course.
Adam, think you're the only one. Hail the word of God. This is like
Repetition.
associating, yeah, but it's like associating this obvious idea in the chorus of people thinking they're different and they're special and they're better than the majority with Adam and the religious figures.
Yeah.
And how that results in a lot of religious people finding themselves above those unreligious.
Yeah, although, we can talk about the non-religious people thinking that they're using their brains. It's like, oh my God. Bleh, ugh. Same arrogance, same fucking stupidity in a different direction. Friggin' annoying.
I feel as long as you're possessed by the idea that I'm in this category that is better than the other category, you're not really thinking about it. You're more just responding to the appeal of the notion that you're thinking about it and you're rational. And the most rational thing you can think is that you're not entirely rational. That's what I think. Mary, think you're the only one. Self-degrading womb.
Mm-hmm.
Self-degrading womb. Whore, average customer, breed, consume, repeat. You're associating some form of economic system with religion here again. Yeah. I can't tell exactly how. Just rant about it. I don't know what the question is.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll figure it out.
So it's trying to, it's mirroring the first verses by highlighting the fact that the female characters within a biblical context are no better than the male characters. Mm-hmm. And the same criticism that can be aimed at the male characters can be aimed at the female characters. They're just written differently. Mm-hmm. So even though, let's say you've got Adam and you've got all the, weird superiority complex and the whole thing of, oh yeah, name all the animals. Oh, you're above the animals. It's like, yeah, whatever. That in a female context would be, for me, highlighted best through virgin conception, so immaculate conception. Mm-hmm. So being able to get pregnant without having sex. Mm-hmm. Where now you're making use of the reproductive system, you're making use of the womb, mm-hmm. but you're insinuating that because you didn't do whatever average behavior everyone else does, that somehow it is superior and the quality of birth is superior and the whole thing is superior, which to me is just very, very detrimental and very damaging. So that kind of that's a halfway explanation for the self-degrading womb. Hi. The whore is because I was thinking of the way in which Mary Magdalene was historically called a prostitute by that one weird moron. I think I just called one of the popes a moron, but whatever. I don't remember who it was. My brain is screaming that it was one of the popes. But either way, a dude at some point was like, oh yeah, she's a prostitute. And then later in like the 1960s, they were like, we should probably correct this. Mm-hmm. She's actually not. But it's like the majority of humanity didn't get the memo. Mm-hmm. So the whore thing is a way of referencing Mary Magdalene with at least the way that human beings imagine Mary Magdalene, in the same way that Judas is supposed to be referenced, the way that people imagine him, not. Mm-hmm. I mean, I have no interest in these characters and talking to them directly. But it's a way for me not to just repeat Mary. Mm-hmm. Because they both have the same name.
Yeah. Okay.
Because, the female characters in the Bible, I mean, wow. What a plethora of representation for women. Great characters.
I haven't read the Bible, but I also have this perception that a book that's over 2,000 years old isn't exactly an accurate representation of anything that exists nowadays.
Well, I mean, it isn't. At the same time, it does a very good job of capturing human nature, because humans don't really change particularly, at least not in the kind of time frame that we're looking at. Mm-hmm. Evolution is a slow process.
Do you mean 2,000 years? You don't think people have changed much?
Yeah, no, not much.
On the external, on the appearances, we certainly have changed much. We can do a lot of things we clearly couldn't do. We've learned a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But a lot of...
We've learned less than we think we have. I mean, most people don't exactly know their historical shit too well.
I'm trying to think about this now. I think it's one of those points where it depends how you frame it.
Yeah.
Like, for example, in technology, you can't deny that we've evolved a lot.
Yeah.
Right? So that's one frame in which we have changed a lot. Then again, there are certain aspects of hypocrisy and human nature that I think aren't very much, that are probably never gonna leave.
Actually. Yeah, probably.
Why don't I partake when faith's at stake? I can't forsake my own mind. Why am I another soul left to die? What are you trying to say with this? It's not clear again, other than the fact that faith is somehow a death of mind, I suppose.
For me, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's basically, why am I not able to participate in conversations about belief systems, faith, and religion? One of the problems is that I can't bring myself to ignore my own thoughts on the matter. And why within this same system am I just a grain of sand? So it's kind of trying to embody the personal aspect of grandiosity. Because the first two verses of each the first two verses of each chunk of verses are highlighting that self-righteousness, yeah, and that desire to be important. And then it's also highlighting that even in my context, which is relatively void of any religious or spiritual belief, because I I have such a bone to pick with people that do the "I'm not religious, I'm spiritual," and I'm like, I'm vomiting in a bucket right now. But thank you for your contribution. Ugh. So, as a human,
I didn't even know that's a thing people say. I'm not
they say
religious,
it
I'm
so
spiritual.
much. They say it a lot.
I live under a rock.
I want to join you. Make room.
Like I said, I can fire my brother if you want.
I'm like, but where would he go? Then he'd have to leave the rock. I can't do that to someone.
He lives under a different rock. He just joins this rock for the YouTube.
But I think, it's so many things. So it's acknowledging that even outside of the context that other people have, I still exhibit the same belief systems and the same behaviors of self-righteousness and self-importance. Mm-hmm. So there's this kind of complaint of, why don't you perceive me as different? Where it's like, but whatever.
I perceive you as different. I'm not sure how, but in some ways I do.
It's so we can sleep at night.
Probably. I enjoy sleeping. I have experienced this deprivation lately, and it's not good.
Yeah, it's really not good. So it's that, and then it's also highlighting like the ultimate, let's say, complaint, because the biggest comfort, right, that religion tries to provide is this idea, usually of an afterlife. Mm-hmm. Most religions try to present some type of afterlife. Not all of them, but definitely the vast majority of them.
Yes.
And at its basis, at its core, it's like, I'm still just gonna die. Like, what are you really offering me? Why? Why are you putting me through this? So yeah, fun.
This is sad. I know we talked earlier about how immortality would suck, but I don't want to think about you dying just yet.
Yeah. But I mean, the album is called Fates.
Yes, this is a herald to the last track. Anyway, I reject your gods. I reject all gods. Why the switch between a capital G and a regular and lowercase g?
Oh, because I can't reject all gods with a capital G. Because the capital G God is stereotypically either the Christian one or the Islamic one. But there are so many other deities out there that don't fall under this category. So if I'm going to reject all of them, I need to change my grammar to accommodate the belief system. Because otherwise I'm just confused. And I think I rejected God, but I just rejected a capital thing. So it's like, fuck it. Let's commit grammatically.
Let's go across the board. Everything.
Yep.
F you all.
Yes.
Okay. Fishbones is fun, and as it turns out, it was not about a fish.
Yes.